I'd like to introduce Denise from the United States, who uses LDN for multiple sclerosis. Thank you for joining me, Denise.
Thank you.
Could you tell us when you were diagnosed with MS?
2008.
And what symptoms did you have that led to your diagnosis?
Headaches.
Okay. And how were you diagnosed? Was it with an MRI?
I was diagnosed with a CAT scan first and then an MRI.
Okay. And how long ago was that? Oh, you just told me, beg your pardon. Could you tell us what medication you were given at that time?
At that time, they started me first on Rebif, and then I went on to Copaxone and then Cytoxan, which is a chemotherapy drug.
And did those medications help you?
No, they did not. I seemed to be allergic to them, is what I personally think. It led to me not being able to walk. I was urinating on myself. I was using a cane. I became extremely overweight. It was got to be one of the most horrible times of my life.
And what would you have rated at that time your quality of life on a score of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
1.
A 1, wow, goodness. And how did you hear about LDN?
I am the type of person who researches everything. As soon as they told me I had multiple sclerosis, I jumped online and started Googling, and I came across something on Facebook that mentioned LDN, and I looked into it and immediately started asking doctors, and I was told just no. And after the problems I had with my medication, after 3.5 years of being on their medications, I started denying medication.
Okay. So how did you get hold of LDN?
After 3 years solid of not being on medications, I finally had a doctor tell me, fine, I will give you LDN if I see no good results on your next MRI. Will you take one of my medications? So I went ahead and made the deal with him because I knew in my heart LDN was going to help me. I had seen too many people with good results. My next MRI, I did still have a couple lesions that showed up, but I had 2 that had improved.
Oh, wow.
So he kept me on the course with my LDN at that point, and I've been on it since.
And how long have you been taking it? Was it 18 months, you said?
18 months.
When you first started, did you notice any introductory side effects?
I did get some tummy upset. I ended up getting a bit of gas and stomach upset for the first 3 to 4 days.
And how long did it... Sorry.
My doctor also did immediately put me on 3 milligrams.
Right.
And was not willing to work with my dosage at all with me. I tried to get him to lower it a week after I started it. I was having some stomach upset and just some unease, and I called to ask if he would change my dosage, and he immediately was going to pull me off LDN because I was having problems with it. So I said, no, I'm fine. I can deal with this. It's okay. So I just kind of dealt with it, and everything settled out.
Wonderful. And I've forgotten now what I was going to ask. How long did it take before you noticed any improvements?
3 days.
Okay, and what did you notice?
I started sleeping. I have not slept a good night since I was probably in junior high. I've always had a very hard time sleeping. I've been on sleeping meds throughout my 20s and 30s. I've always tried all the different sleep aids, and that was probably the first thing I noticed with LDN is I slept through the night.
Well, that's amazing. And how was your bladder and your headaches?
The headaches improved. I'm still having headache issues, unfortunately. My bladder has improved tremendously. It's got to be the biggest godsend. I don't wet myself anymore.
And that's a big deal. I know that from experience too. And
my pain.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. My
Carry
pain
on.
level. my pain levels have gone down by at least 75%.
Wow, that's amazing. And what would you say your quality of life is like now on that score of 1 to 10?
I would give my quality of life a 7.5 to 8.
Very good. What would you say to other people who are contemplating trying LDN?
I would tell them to go ahead and try it. It's not going to hurt you. It's a medication that doesn't cost much. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to get the best sleep of your night. Your pain levels are going to go down.
Okay.
I've been able to get off of 2 different medications because of my LDN. I was able to get off of a beta blocker, which was given to me for headaches, and I was able to get off of a mood stabilizer because of the LDN.
Well, that has to be good, doesn't it? The fewer medications you take, the better. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Denise?
No.
Well, in that case, thank you very, very much for sharing your experience with us. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.